Hello. We have in the bottom left corner Overclocked playing as Orc after his random was chosen. At the top right, I hope they're not stream sniping. Obviously, turn the stream off if you are. We have DarkMega at the top right, also playing Orc Mirror. Not something I enjoy playing that much unless I get a really good start with the Farseer. The orange DarkMega setting up for some Headhunter. I assume they're both going to go Headhunters. Unless Overclocked might. He's probably going to go Firelord, isn't he? His altar is a little bit late. I was thinking maybe he would. I could see him going Blade Master, but I think it's going to be Firelord. Let's face it. Yes. So, this is Kekpit's request. A best of 3 between Overclocked and DarkMega. The grudge is real. Although I'm not sure what the grudge is, but we'll just say it's real. Looks like Farseer, so DarkMega playing more standard. Will the bizarre play of Overclocked throw DarkMega off? Or will he be able to make use of this? Because Firelord, I assume it's a Firelord, is he's a gamble. You can make him work, but he's certainly a gamble. Could even be Tauren Chieftain. Nothing's happening with that altar though. Tyrell said that the ogres are supposed to be the prime warriors in the eyes of the chaos gods. Yeah, that's in reference to the Warhammer 3 trailer for the ogres. They're just fat humans, as far as I can tell. Tall, fat humans. It's what would happen if, like, human basketball players went on a binge at a 24/7 eating restaurant. Yep. The Farseer is out. It's going to be sensible on creep, which is actually kind of what you should do, really. It's tempting to always be harassing with the Farseer, but actually a lot of pro players will sometimes just pop off a couple of the green camps and then go, because they'll go with a couple of items and they can still get in time to do some damage. Of course, Overclock being left alone to creep with a lava spawn is quite dangerous, as long as he doesn't lose it. Because it can definitely speed up the creeping process far more than the Feral Spirits can. Although they are super OP, the Feral Spirit. Nice protected Peon line there. No tech at the moment for either player. So, sticking to the tier 1. Lava Spawn is doing alright. Grunts absorbed a lot of the hits. Off he goes. Pop. Now the next creep camp is a bit nastier because it has that guy that likes to purge. So, I'm not even sure if it'd be worth going to it with the lava spawns. Take that, troll. Watch this guy. He's such a meanie with that purge. Although, if he only gets 1 purge off, it's not too bad, really. Does manage to deny the lava spawn's existence, which is a little unfortunate. I don't think I can come to my... Oh, I can. We can clear those off. Both players going for a similar-ish creep route. Essentially just clearing up their initial camps. Albeit in a slightly different order. DarkMega ahead. See, the thing with this map is I think what you kind of need to do is I think you do this creep camp and this creep camp and then this creep camp, and that's a guaranteed level 3. Doing this green camp here on the side doesn't quite get you to level 3 when you finish everything. Even killing the peon ain't going to be enough. Although he's coming over here to this spot. Sensible creeping fest so far. There's no crazy action going on otherwise. Bit of poison is always annoying, but trolls can heal it off in tier 2. Both players on a rough trajectory. It's quite a tough word to say. Overclock looking for the level 3. Coming over to this green camp. I think this might be enough. I would think it should be a level 3. Definitely level 3 for DarkMega. Probably going to go level 2 Wolves. Gonna be like 502, is he? At the end of this. Oh, yeah. My numbers. I'm trying to get my numbers right. I never really memorized the numbers ever in Warcraft for this game. That's just a pretty accurate guess. Lava spawn. Wow, these guys are very passive. I'm surprised there's no major aggression. Maybe we needed to get a bit more blood boiling between the two. Overclock going with the gamble expansion. Take a while for that to pay off. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off for him. Is he going to try to do the red camp? He might. Yeah, okay, he's walking past it. There's nothing here, so there's no reward. You're going to have to make some use of your time walking around. DarkMega's going to move up to level 4 soon. Although this is nice timing for Overclocked, because DarkMega's in a position where he's pretty much going to be forced to TP. Or run back slowly. Getting rid of that shop. Always nice to try to get the burrows when you can, but I love killing the shop because it's so annoying when the shop is left alive. And it's going to be here. A quick vacation. Trying to pick off grunts. Focus fire. Headhunter's doing a good job. Nice pullback on the Headhunter. Also good pullback on the grunt. So both players putting some effort into their micro. Very much hero focus here from Overclock. But that's so dangerous because of the shop being able to just bail him out with, well, not to mention the potion of greater healing. He's going to lose too many grunts. He needs to focus more units. Those can't be so saved so easily. Going to be disappointed when those healing pots go off. If Overclock gets away without using Town Portal, that would be nice, because that way it saves him a bit of money. Looks like he does. He's got to travel all the way back. Double lava spawn being stomped. It's going to be a bit of experience actually for this Tauren Chieftain. You got to worry now about a counter attack coming this way towards the expansion of Overclocked. He's got so much gold. Just needs to hotkey buildings to something easier to press and just spam units. Because this is not going to be comfortable when that hits your expansion and you got no freaking... just spend. He's not even got a healing salve on his hero. I think he realised. He needs to realise quickly that he actually didn't put a healing salve on his hero. There we go. Alright. It's time to start chugging potions from your shop to make the most of the money that you haven't spent yet, because DarkMega is now going to feed off of this expansion. This is the danger of a lot of expansions, is even if you're somewhat successful with it, if your opponent's in a position where they can keep killing units over and over, you're kind of just feeding them. You get a bit more gold, but you're then having to spend that gold to rebuy those units, whereas your opponent's just soaking up that experience. He hasn't really got enough to take this fight, if I'm being honest. He's going to depend on some hero focus by the looks of it. Tauren Chieftain getting some good control there. Farseer just needs to play coy. Oh, is that a surround? Holy shit, Overclocked. The hero's down. He put too much focus on the Tauren Chieftain in that moment, trying to get a stomp off there, then actually trying to TP with the... I can tell what the players are doing. Like, I can imagine what it looks like on their... from their computer screens. Because I don't think that was like... He would have TP'd if he wasn't putting so much effort into trying to get the Tauren Chieftain in position there. But you have to sort of be quick enough to sort of cancel the Tauren Chieftain action and go onto the hero. And yeah, needs to buy his hero back from the tavern, but the downside of doing that is it has to come back this way, so he's probably getting it from the altar. Yeah, and it's going to take a while. You're going to have to just give up the expansion. You can't keep this. DarkMega secured his expansion up the top left, so DarkMega's actually looking really good in this. I thought Overclock might have the advantage between these two players, but so far DarkMega's actually doing a really good job. That's a best of 3 between the two of them. Overclock's just... You can't do anything here. You have to just sit back. You can't sort yourself out of that snowball. Firelord's still waiting. How's that like a deal? That doesn't seem fair. This is Kekfit's request for them to fight, and then you just like thrown in an extra sort of condition out of nowhere. Just because it looks bad for Overclocked right now. He just trying to take away his mod status. Oh, this is so rough. It takes so long for a level 3 hero to come out. I swear it feels like the level 3 hero takes the longest. It obviously doesn't, but it really feels like it. Like he built that quite a while ago. This is why the pros get their heroes back from taverns pretty much all the time. Even I struggle to do that because I feel like I'm being robbed every time I buy my hero back from the tavern, but it is worth it because of the time it saves you and all of that, and trying to recoup. Oh, don't let your... He's got to concentrate on the Tauren Chieftain. The hero focus once again overclocked with this. You're not going to get DarkMega with it. You need to sort of read the room a little bit. If DarkMega didn't let you get it, so it's not likely he's going to let it happen again. I can understand the desperation of going for hero focus to try to turn it, but he's playing very safe with that fast here. TC down. Feral Spirit taps it. And now there could be level 2, level 3 Feral Spirits. Which are Shadow Wolves, I think, and they're absolutely devastating. This looks pretty tough for Overclocked, I'm not gonna lie. I think that Grunt might be stuck as well. So he's not helping no one. It's just a Fire Lord. Oh, there they are. He's got the block as well. The debate, the Wolves. First game clearly going to DarkMega here. Overclocked with the GG. And we'll move into the next game. You think Overclocked underestimated Mega? I think everyone underestimated Mega. Let's do Concealed Heal. Game name is Keck2. Lame strat. You went Fire Lord. You might have to play a little bit more serious than Fire Lord Overclocked. I mean, fair enough. Feral Spirit and Headhunters is pretty lame. Because it's stupidly strong and kind of overpowered at the moment. Are you ready? I assume that Overclock typing you lose regardless means he's ready. Game 2 of DarkMega versus Overclocked. DarkMega getting Orc again. Oh my god, what are the chances? Does anyone know the math on that? This is going to be another Farseer Headhunter mess. I don't know. This isn't exactly a grudge, but Kickfit set it up, so he obviously set it up. That's my English. So he obviously wanted you two to battle it out for some reason. Henky with a gifted sub. Thank you. Orc Mirror indeed. Overclock's Ultra is much earlier this time. Looks like Grunts though. He feels more comfortable with melee units, I think, but range units are actually easier to play. I bet he was wondering whether he should go Shadow Hunter or something for a moment there. Blade Master. It's not easy. Honestly, playing Blade Master in an Orc Mirror. That peon. It's it can lose you the game very early on if the enemy gets away with too much. Because a Blade Master can only take so much damage before he has to basically back off and heal. A Farseer, even if he's at 1 health, can still attack because he's a ranged hero, as long as you're careful with him. So when you're under pressure by an enemy Farseer and a bunch of Headhunters and your Blade Master, you just have to stand there or at the back of your base and let them do damage. This is the only downside being like melee first, is that much focus fire. Don't get me wrong, Blade Master can also be incredibly strong, but he has to get to that point. Whereas Farseer is like immediately strong, because he's a busted hero. Just waiting for the shot. Interesting to start off with this green camp, I suppose because of no units. No harass. What Farseers will actually do on this map is they'll still start off with the Orange Creek camp over here. Even without units. They'll use the Feral Spirits, they'll micro them so they don't lose them, and they'll kill the Ogre, get the item, and then go harass. They can actually clear the whole camp with just the Farseer and Feral Spirit, because that's how good Feral Spirit is. You just resummon and then clear that camp up. Did I tell you that Feral Spirit's pretty good? Oh, Overclock, I thought he was going to go for the last hit there. He's just going to take it out on the Farseer instead. He could have got the last hit with the Peon as well, potentially. Blade Master coming over. He used to build a burrow or something. Deny some of that experience. Doesn't get to do it. He does buy some time though, which gives more time for the Blade Master to get here. He really has to hurry up though. That Peon actually did get him there. He gets it. That's a big chunk of experience. Now immediate pressure. Then onto the Headhunter. So that's a good start. If the Grunt can block off the Headhunter, which he's trying to do, that's going to be an immediate kill. More experience for the Blade Master now at this point. So successful. Run away. Great Hall. And the tech for DarkMega might start in a while. But he's actually going with a tower. Very defensive, which is going to delay his tech. Overclocked. Is he going to pick up boots of speed or something? I feel like he's shopping for something. That Grunt could get killed here, but luckily escapes. There is boots of speed. Okay. Now it's going to be much easier to chase down the Farseer with that extra boost of speed. Does take a lot of damage in the meantime though, because of the Headhunter focus. Healing Salve used. Same for DarkMega though. So not exactly much of an exchange there. Grunt, could he get the cans on the Healing Salve? He does. That's nice. It's 33 gold. Taking a lot of damage though. 33 gold's worth of healing as well. Although the pressure big. Farseer could be forced into a town portal. Overclocked with the speed scroll. Needs a wind walk. Go, go, go. Oh! Just as he does it, he still has time to come over though. And punish this. Yep. That's rough for DarkMega. Overclock getting a big head start here now with the Blade Master. That tower didn't do enough. So Overclock should take the advantage of this and essentially creep camps in his opponent's territory like this, for example. Let the Blade Master tank that. The only downside... Oh, good. He kept his units close enough that they didn't get ensnared. Because if you get ensnared, it interrupts the healing salve. What I would do in this situation is pull these two back and make this guy tank. So then you can put the heal on the Blade Master and have him take it. Because if he gets hit, yeah, the healing salve... He got a lot of healing out of that. But unfortunately, yeah, loses. I mean, you got the healing fountains as well. Maybe that's part of the reason why Overclock went for grunts here. This map's got healing fountains here. Yeah, you can turn it into a grudge match. You're not going to be very happy if you lose, are you? So then a grudge is formed. Don't know why DarkMega's going so defensive with these towers. He obviously thinks Overclock's up to something, like some all-in rush or something, but I don't know. Cluster haste. It is what it is. I wouldn't call that a particularly great item for Farseer. How do you get your game to zoom out this far? It's default from War-Free Champions. I think when you... No, actually, that's a good point. Must be War-Free Champions doing that. Because this is actually hosted in Battle.net. And I don't change the zoom. So even if you host a game in Battle.net, if it's a melee game, War-Free Champions... Oh, because it's... Yeah, that's right. These are War-Free Champion maps. So if you play on those maps as an observer, it obviously puts you to that, I think, about 1900 instead of 1650 as a default. Overclocked doesn't want to give him too much time to come back into the game though. This will be a level 3 fast here soon. Actually, I don't know. Does he get it from level 3? He does, just about. But there's 2 headhunters to pick off here easily. And there's Hex as well. So Shadowhunter coming in just at the right time there. Blademaster needs to stay alive and he can get a lot of kills here. Windwalk needs to be used a little bit more by Overclock to position his Blademaster without taking so much damage, I think. Because he could have got more kills there if his Blademaster didn't take so much damage. Hey, Grand P 807, thank you very much there for the sub. Still, that's good for Overclocked. Shadowhunter getting some experience there. The Hex on the illusion, immediately removing it. Level 2 Feral Spirits though, not looking too happy about the situation. Wanted to do some damage. And getting to do some damage. DarkMega going straight to tier 3. I feel like Taurens are coming. Actually, no. Looks like Bestiary. Overclocked. Bestiary. Still not doing much with that gold. DarkMega obviously spending his resources much more efficiently, which is, I think, helping him to sort of stay in the game after quite a rough start. Especially with the towers as well, not doing anything effectively. But he's still level 3. Overclock's 2 and 1, you know. DarkMega's trying to just keep the flow. For the last map, can you do Echo Isles if Overclock wins it? I suppose. Echo Isles is one of the least popular maps now for 1 versus 1. But these players won't know a lot of the newer maps from War 3 Champions. They'll be more familiar with Echo Isles, I think, so that'll be okay. Interesting. Oh, this should be a level 3, definitely, even with the Shadowhunter there. Oh my god, it wasn't. Man, I feel robbed. Well, he'll get it from the green camp. I thought because it's a level 4 mob, if it's a level 3 mob, maybe not, but level 4, I was like, oh yeah, that should be enough even then. Poison damage. Gotta kill these assassins. Although even by the time you try to focus them down, they probably would have got all their poisons off, so maybe that's a good thing, just going for the main guy. Overclocked, deciding what he's going to do with these items. Pass the mantle over to the Shadowhunter, pick up the slippers. He's going Taurens here. Raiders, Headhunters. Taurens are risky to do though. Because obviously, if your opponent can get away with a few Kodos and Devour, yeah, you're missing some 5 food supply units. DarkMega with the 3 and the 2, looking for trouble. Overclocked with 3 and 2 now, but honestly, DarkMega looks like he's pretty much back in the game. Both got very similar food supplies. Blademaster with nice items, but he's got to still keep that Blademaster alive, because that item can do a lot for him. Right in there on the fast here. Raider taken down there for DarkMega. DarkMega does have the big invul potion though, so he has an answer to this if he doesn't want to get out with a TP. Whew, left that really close there. Big invul. Focusing the Blademaster now, but losing a lot of headhunters for it, and goes with the town portal, yeah. Town portal would have obviously just been the better choice there. Because then it saves you the invul potion as well, but he thought he could maybe do it. Blademaster does have the advantage of a fair bit of armor now at this level. And that's pretty resistant to piercing damage from the headhunters. Especially, I mean, he has got 1 upgrade at least. Another upgrade in Berserkers, and then you can do a bit more damage to the Blademaster. His Stronghold is ready. Same for DarkMega. There's Berserkers, Kodo. I'd like to see Overclock do the pull trick on this. Night time is good though. Doesn't need to do the pull trick. Uh-oh. DarkMega smelling this. Ooh, is he going to reveal before Overclock starts the count? Oh. I really thought Overclock was going to start the camp there just before DarkMega got there. Okay, so pretty good for Overclocked. Blademaster taking all the damage, but he can get out of that situation pretty easily with that positioning. DarkMega, though, gets a few extra free shots whilst Overclock repositions. So Overclock pretty much not looking like he wants to take the chance, even though he could probably take this fight. Repositions, Wand of Illusion. Just use them to buy time, though, rather than for the actual fight. Obviously not feeling comfortable with that potential. DarkMega going to pick up Invul Potion. Good choice. Blademaster should pretty much always have Invul Potion. And the Town Portal should be on the Shadowhunter. Overclock would look really scary here if he had a level 3 Shadowhunter. Although the guy's got almost no mana, but with that, level 3 Tauren Chieftain's scary too. Big focus on the fast here. DarkMega looking for repositioning. Is he going to go hard on this Blademaster before Overclock gets out? Invul Potion taken. Overclock taking his chances, but does actually escape with the Blademaster. Headhunter's being picked off pretty easy here by Overclock's melee army with that positioning. DarkMega going to be vulnerable again. Overclock probably going to go for the kill. Knows it. Goes for the Town Portal. Tauren Chieftain won't go down here. Not quickly enough. DarkMega now 39 food, but triple hero. Needs some creeps to level up. Overclocked 46 foods. It's still pretty even between the two. I think the slight edge goes to Overclock because it feels like a lot of the engagements he's been getting more kills. Oh, that's a nice interrupt on a heal. That's annoying. Keep that Tauren Chieftain low. Ooh, Hex. There's an ensnare as well. Almost. A hero kill would have been pretty insane. It does get Invul Potion. This is a big problem for DarkMega because DarkMega now needs to keep that Tauren Chieftain alive whilst the Blademaster is invulnerable. Kodos with the blocks. Blademaster out. Hex could be available. Overclocked with not enough mana to escape here. This actually could be too greedy for Overclocked. Is there an ensnare? Army coming in. Chain light. Oh, the Town Portal. He does actually have the Town Portal on the Blademaster, so he can get out that way. Okay. I'm so used to Blademasters not having that Town Portal that I felt like that was a guaranteed kill. More healing required. Level 3 though, Shadowhunter building up its mana as well. Like those healing waves are going to be really nice on this army. It's even got some armor. DarkMega. Funny. Goes with the Great Hall, not the Tiny Great Hall. Tiny Great Halls are really expensive in a way, but not really. 600 gold for like instantaneous expansion is pretty damn good. You only need it for a minute, and then you've already paid off because you get 600 gold a minute. That's with 5 peons though. The lumber as well, but I think most orcs are pretty good for lumber, generally speaking. It's only if they want to go very heavy into upgrades that they start to spend all that lumber. Gets the tome. The chat will be happy. Overclock looking in a great position again for a creep jack here. It's not been going too well for DarkMega. Lots of easy pressure on that fast here. I think a Town Portal is a must here, really. Oh, unless he thinks he can pull back. Which he can for now, but Blademaster's not going to put up with that for long. Is there a Hex to save? He's not Town Portaling. Oh, there it is. Did not really want to let that creep camp go, but Overclocked had the upper hand there. Sucks because Overclock now gets this creep camp and can heal for free. So DarkMega in a really rough spot there. That's probably why he doesn't want to let this go, because it really not only does your opponent get the item, all the experience, forces the Town Portal, and he gets free healing. Like that's a wombo combo. Scourge Bone Chimes. Yikes! On a melee army, a melee orc army. This is definitely going Overclock's way. Although DarkMega does have this expansion almost finishing. Needs to have like a good fight that doesn't essentially finish him off before this expansion starts to pay dividends. He's at 51 out of 51 food. Almost needs to kill a peon or something. Send these guys over to the expansion now at this point. Overclocked reaching towards the expansion. Ah, a couple of wyverns. Interesting. Sees that the army is ground, but the Blade Master with a lightning orb. Again, focusing on the Blade Master, which you got to try to take down the Shadow Hunter at this point. But again, focus on Blade Master. I don't blame him for it. Tries to keep him under control a little bit. Needs to watch out. Just almost exclusively hex the Blade Master, but put pressure on the Shadow Hunter, I would think. Would be the better choice. Oh, the Tauren Chieftain! Wait, the Torrent's around. Oh, DarkMega losing both heroes. Now just the Tauren Chieftain alone. Cannot get himself out of that. Blade Master skillfully escaping. But revealed nonetheless. So only escaped for so long. I think Overclocked can't be stopped now at this point. The two towers might be able to buy some more time. Overclocked with the excellent macro once again. That was a nice surround there with the Taurens, in taking the time to find a way to do that as well, whilst dealing with the heroes. Well, I definitely don't think that expansion paid off at all. Well, that might be pretty soon, to be honest. Is he going to buy back the hero? I know he's got enough gold. As the lumber, that's the issue. 215 lumber isn't even enough to get the hero back. That's the painful thing about the tavern. Not only the gold cost, which is pretty exorbitant, but the lumber. It takes a huge chunk. DarkMega's first hero almost back already. Ah, he did go for a Demolisher. I was going to say, that would help him push a finale here. Farseer out. Ensnare. Could be a very quick... Oh, he's got Invul and TP though, so he's quite alright. Overclock diving a little bit here. If he saw the items, he might have backed off a bit quicker there. Still, forcing the Invul was good. That's one less item the Farseer has to keep himself alive. Wyvern's dealing with the Demolisher pretty quickly though. Ensnare though does get a Wyvern in return, not to mention all the lightning on the Blade Master. He really is obsessed with the hero focus though. But he could just be focusing Wyverns from a slight distance here. Tauren is trying to push back the Shadow Hunter. Level 3 crit perhaps from the Blade Master. Going on the Shadow Hunter. Oh, he sees it with the dust reveal. The Blade Master is sneaking out with the speed scroll. Farseer in so much pressure, TPing over to this location. Much safer. At least for the moment. Shadow Hunter in trouble. Overclock TPing out. DarkMega buying himself some time, but for how long? One Tauren Chieftain could be for free if he stops the tower from attacking as well. That's a big level up for the Shadow Hunter. No healing cells? Oh, I see. Going over to the fountain. Clarities though. These are quite high level heroes now. You gotta feed them the mana. Tauren Chieftain almost out. Level 3 soon for him maybe? Must be right at this point. Yep. Blade Master nicking the Invul potion. Pretty big pick, to be honest. Getting there just before his opponent does. couple of free kills. That's not bad. That's a really good way to get back into the game. Level 3 on the Tauren Chieftain. Gotta be careful with the positioning here. Ah, that's a nice stomp though. Immediate on the Blade Master. Blade Master with the involve so he can stay in the fight longer without having to reposition. Tauren Chieftain now looking for a way to escape. Big focus. Not much healing. Shadow Hunter exposed. Tauren Chieftain exposed. Who's gonna die first? Lovely surround there. Shadow Hunter has to get killed here. DarkMega gonna lose the Tauren Chieftain. No stomp in sight. Not for another 5 to 7 seconds. 2 hero kills. Overclocked has control now. So Blade Master's got to the point where he's kind of gonna win the game by himself almost. So fair play to Overclocked getting to that stage with the Blade Master. 2 Wyverns picked up. DarkMega can't really financially recover from this because he doesn't even have a gold mine anymore. I don't remember you... Oh, you dropped a TP... I didn't spot that. Dropped a TP on the ground. Yeah, that's not good. Farseer can only hide for so long. Orb of Lightning trying to get some work done. Not getting many procs though. Doesn't need it. GG. Overclock taking the second game. Should leave him at 1-1. Game name Keck Free. Overclock looking a lot more confident that game. I felt like DarkMega gave him a bit too much leeway with the defensive towers in his base. This is why you don't really build towers. A lot of, you know, newer players or less experienced players will be more comfortable with putting towers down and stuff like that because it handles rough situations for them, but you can't do that too easily because every tower you put down is less resources going into units that give you map control. Ah, undead for DarkMega. Oh my god, this happens to me. I don't play 1 versus 1 so much these days. I try not to because I get so angry, but when I play random it annoys the hell out of me because mirror match is the worst match you can get, I think anyway, because often you'll be put against an opponent who has chosen their race, so they've chosen to play undead. You play random, you get undead, so you're playing random against an opponent who actively chose to play undead. So I think that I'm pretty confident in that logic that a mirror match is the worst circumstance you can have. But they're both playing random, so in this case it doesn't matter so much. I feel like I might see a Crypt Lord. I would think Overclock would be more likely to go Crypt Lord. But I feel like one of these players is definitely going to put a Crypt Lord down. Oh, there's a graveyard already. Oh, there's a graveyard already. So even more chance for a Crypt Lord. Have to wait for the Zig to finish. Dreadlord. I wonder if he's going to regret that, DarkMega. Oh my god, you ridiculous. It's freaking Dreadlord. Ridiculous. Oh well, there you go. No Crypt Lord. Dreadlord should be entertaining though. It's 3 lots of randoms. 3 lots of mirror matches, and even the frickin' hero is the same there. What's the graveyard for then? That's what threw me off a little bit, seeing the Dreadlord. I mean, sometimes you end up having to go Fiends with a Dreadlord, and it's okay, but it's not ideal. Because you're not really getting so much value with being fiends with a Dreadlord. Considering he's really supposed to support melee. Fair enough. Is this an early expansion? Well, he hasn't even stuck around to buy items, so I don't know what he's doing. Just creeping this, I guess.
A player's forces are under attack.
Going for the pesky troll trapper. At least he can still get used to that ghoul. Whoa, the ghoul overclock! Almost losing the ghoul to the first green camp. Nice item, circlet, can't complain. Really investing in tier 1 here. 2 ziggurats down. Has to be both players probably going for an expansion. Strange to move up to here. Oh, I was wrong.
A player's forces are under attack.
Some aggression from DarkMega. That actually really pays off in Overclock's favor. This decision to come over here. I mean, you know, it's not ideal that he's going to be flanked, but he's nearer to here than if he was going over to do his expansion. Why he put so many cigarettes down and then teched? DarkMega might get to force a cancel on this tech. Hasn't actually teched yet himself. Overclock got some vulnerable units. Needs to find a way to escape. One ghoul gonna take it. DarkMega in a pretty comfortable position inside of Overclock's base. Orange ghouls looking like they got a good surround on. Oh, no. Tapping a little bit on buildings though. Does lose a bit of time there that could be put onto units. Level 2 DarkMega Dreadlord. Must have gone Carrion Swarm. Yep. Exchanges the Carrion Swarms. Overclock looking a bit more comfortable here, and now DarkMega is actually almost trapped within this situation. Overclock, is that another surround? Getting really good with these surrounds. DarkMega actually able to carry and swarm his way a little bit out of this. Not enough DPS to put too much pressure on that Dreadlord. Tower up. I would say this has backfired a little bit for DarkMega. Not too bad though, he's still got a lot of his ghouls alive. He's actually trying to trade here. If he's going to teleport, he needed a bit more damage on Overclocked, and then maybe what can happen is you're forced to town portal, but you also force your opponent to town portal because they're going to die and give you experience if they don't. Yeah, weird game. I really thought there was going to be an early expansion, just judging by the looks of all of this. Overclocked once again, forgetting to use his gold at all. DarkMega's a lot better at using his resources. But Overclock's got some pretty good micro surrounds. Sheep wants to come with him. It's cute. Both players actually making use of Ritual Dagger. Again, these are lower level players, so it's unusual to see that. Surprised I even know what Ritual Dagger is. Good scout from Overclocked. That's going to be nice to know that there isn't an expansion here. That would have been horrible if you found that there really was an expansion here. Immediately, you're going to be like, oh no. Needs these ghouls to get the lumber because these tier 2's available, right? It's done, but you can't actually put down any of the structures. Very late tech for DarkMega. Overclock making use of his skeletons for creeping, since his ghouls are busy on lumber. DarkMega doing a lot of waiting around here. Needs to step up the pace.
A player's forces are under attack.
Slaughterhouse snuck at the back. Wonder how much poison will get dished out here by these night crawlers. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a caster overlay. Uh-oh. Overclock running out of skeletons. This creek camp's getting kind of scary. Loads of skeletons for DarkMega. Overclock, maybe tier 3. There it is.
Players' forces are under attack.
Tier 2 not even finished yet for DarkMega. I mean, they're both solo heroes, so they get more experience based on what tech they're at. So tier 2 is 15% more experience. Tier 3 is 30% more experience. As long as you're not building a hero. A second hero. I think this is a little ambitious for DarkMega. It's doable, but you could lose a ghoul or something. That gargantuan sea turtle is quite brutal. He's got skeletons though, that will help. He's doing a good job of doing this cricket. It's totally doable, it's just I'm not sure if they're going to do it without losing too much. But yeah, he's handling this very well. It's a big creek camp. Knows about attacking his own hero to save the ghoul. Obviously you have to kind of maintain that, even if it means your hero takes a bit of damage. Still only losing one ghoul for this is pretty good for them. What's the item? Claws of attack plus 9. Might have to just drop a rod of necromancy, I think, for that. Oh, I'll use this ritual, which is, yes, a very good choice. Because it's definitely worthwhile using at this point. Overclocked actually switching to fiends here. He's going double slaughterhouse. Imagine how many cancels that skeleton could get. Probably 2 at least. Did he attack like right away?
A player's forces are under attack.
It's a good move to pull that injured ghoul back, because that is annoying. There's a carrion swarm. This is going to be a carrion swarm nightmare. DarkMega are actually higher level because of the creek camp choice, despite Overclock being a higher tech. He's going to be level 3 any moment, so if he's actually able to get a lot of kills here just as this finishes, he's going to really get a big experience boost. Almost getting a statue there. DarkMega really in precarious positions. His units are so low. Trying to get maybe a fiend before he... I mean, he's still got those ghouls. Oh. Tier 3's got to be finished, right? Yeah. So look at that. He's already like 4.5 now. He only just got level 4 a moment ago. That's pretty big. DarkMega not far behind though. Overclock's expansion looks more or less confirmed at this point, and he's spotted DarkMega thinking about taking an expansion, so buys more time. I'm pretty sure the fiends are going to confuse DarkMega. DarkMega's going to stick with ghouls though. It is tricky to go ghouls versus obviously carrion swarm. But ghouls will be a lot more efficient versus fiends if you can get enough of them in a really good position. You just need the healing. But it's actually a good choice. If he was actually being like critical here and assuming that both players are really tactically thinking this out. There's only one shop to buy healing scrolls. Although you do have it from the Tome of Relics. But yeah, there's a limited amount of healing scrolls as opposed to most maps with 2 shops. And healing scrolls is basically the only thing that's going to save you properly versus carrion swarm spam if you got ghouls. Even statues get brutalized. DarkMega potentially getting a couple of fiend kills here, which is definitely juicy. Yeah, I don't think DarkMega's done too much scouting. Overclock's done more scouting this game. Still, no value from the expansion at this point. Overclocked. Oh, DarkMega going for a hero surround. That Death Knight. Might have to pull back here at the last moment if he can. That was a really good pullback there. It does obviously mean that the Dreadlord gets out, but he obviously doesn't have a choice. And he's going to lose it in a second anyway, because he didn't keep pulling it back. Oh, that Fiend was a millisecond off of getting that right click. Do you see that? And then he kind of cancelled the animation. That would have been a kill. He's going to have to chase this Fiend. You want him? You're going to have to chase for him.
player's forces are under attack.
Oh, not picked off. Fiend down. DarkMega 4.5. Overclocked also 4.5 here, but doesn't have a backup hero.
Under siege.
That Death Knight could become very valuable later on. If you can keep it alive. Needs more cigarettes. Was probably thinking about spending some cigarettes over at the expansion, but isn't able to do so because he was sort of taken back. Forest Troll Berserker is a really weird choice here. Just because you have resources doesn't necessarily mean you should still pick it up. It's a really strong unit, but in the early game, not so much at this point. It gives quite a lot of experience if it gets killed now. The Abominations of Truth.
A player's forces are
Funny thing is he's getting Disease Cloud, but Disease Cloud doesn't actually affect undead units. But he's getting it for style points at this point. There's still a chance of DarkMega to do some massive damage if he can just kind of get enough ghouls and get a really good surround. They're not going to be too good for the Abominations, but if he can sort of like surround a hero or get the statues or the fiends without losing too much with a healing scroll, he can sort of inch out a little bit of experience. Overclocked actually has more food here. Big carrion swarm there. Really messes up the ghouls straight away. I guess what DarkMega really needs to do, judging by the looks of how this fight's going, is just do hit and runs on the base. The gold mine, because it feels like there's no way he can take this now. He's so injured. He needs to find a way to get to like the main base or the expansion. Oh, that is a big deal. But he needs a lot of time for it. And Overclock's really starting to get the gold now. And those frostworms do not come out quickly. I mean, the worms make sense because of the amount of abominations on the field, but he does need... he needs more threat. It's only one boneyard. It's going to take a while. It's going to take like 2 minutes to get a frostworm in it. Overclocked, applying pressure. The beautiful disease cloud. It actually will affect the troll berserker, so let's see if it does. And then we definitely know we're getting value from the dark disease cloud. So far, troll berserker safe from the disease cloud. Hasn't quite reached. Nice carrions. The DarkMega's prepared. Trying to pick off abomination. We'll get some nice experience from doing that. Statue next. Overclocked out of mana. Oh, the save! If there was an orb that... Oh no, the guard! That's nice for a DarkMega, because he gets a juicy bit of experience there. He's got the second hero, Death Knight on level 3, and Dreadlord's just reached level 5, so... It's getting serious. Overclock might have overextended. He's getting close to level 6 here. DarkMega actually in a... I mean, I wouldn't say he's in a better position exactly, but his tech has certainly gone in the right direction. Because he's down the expansion, but Overclock's not making enough out of that expansion. He needs to really... like, he sees this, he needs to respond. Like, an extra crypt or something. Start pumping out Gargs like crazy, or fiends. Needs to respond. DarkMega doesn't have the gold to actually do this. He has probably spent quite a lot on potions, I imagine, during this, which has obviously hampered his ability to get the units that are actually going to make a big difference versus Overclock. So Overclock's got plenty of time to technically respond to this, it's just whether he does. Level 6. He's almost got enough mana for Infernal. There it is. Destroyer getting wrecked by Gargs again. juicy experience. A Lich now for DarkMega. That's where some of his money went. Really going for the hero value here. It'll definitely pay off if he gets Orb of Corruption and keeps them alive. This is obviously a map with only one expansion each. So if DarkMega can find himself in a position where he can... Oh, this is so close. Both playing with fire. Lich has another Nova, surely. No, not quite yet. Now Lich in trouble. Big damage from the Infernal. Lich is going to die. Definitely no protection. Too much effort put into the Death Knight there at that position. Only a level 1 though, so not the worst case scenario. Definitely better than losing the Death Knight. But yeah, DarkMega needs to get into that position where he can get an expansion and hold it, and then he's got the better units for the occasion. Overclocked, starting to put down extra facilities because he's not had much experience or not much luck with the destroyers. He's actually banking so much on these abominations because he's just finding a way to spend that gold. But ideally, like I say, you'd have the extra crypt down. You'd be pumping out like Gargs or Fiends instead of like mass abominations, because you're not going to be able to do much with those against Frostworms. And he knows there's Frostworms because he saw it. The school is just enjoying the ocean view. Time to get some mana back.
A town is under siege.
It's a lot of abominations. That's a lot of 7 units or 7 things trained. Overclocked been greedy as well. Didn't even get towers here. I felt like he could have easily got towers there. That would have helped a lot. DarkMega didn't take any advantage of the fact that this was basically undefended. Lots of experience there. Lich, no orb though. It's kind of hard to put the orb on the Lich because of the money that DarkMega has and the fact that it's still level 1 and can easily die at this point. But he's got Town Portal, right? Just absolutely needs to get this cancel. Decides to escape though, which is still good if you can get out without losing anything. He's got more Gargs. Overclocked actually going to lose the airfire here and the precious Gargs that he's built up at this point. Death Knight in a lot of trouble. Definitely needs to be pulled back. DarkMega actually getting back from this circumstance, but I don't think he actually had to. Just needs to pull the 2 heroes here away from the fight, and then he can actually stay there. Because killing off those Gargs is pretty favourable, because it's less Gargs that Overclocked. He's got to rebuild them again. This Acolyte is allergic to taking expansions. Oh, he lost the Boneyard to the Infernal. Oh. Overclocked obviously didn't want to see any more Frostworms. Still creep camps left on this map. DarkMega has to secure this expansion now. Like, I don't know what he's doing. He just needs to camp that expansion. Like, get a shade or something. I mean, it's a bit hard because of resources, but... if you could see what your opponent was doing, or at least scout for it. Potion of Greater Mana! No! No, that's such a ridiculously good item. Ah! Oh. Wait, he's going back. No, he's not going back the right way. He's going back top, so he's not going to see it. Oh! Potion of Greater Mana is one of the best items in this game. It's a huge injection of mana. Massive. I mean, this Dreadlord's got 500. He's going all the way around. He's going to spot it now, even by accident. Oh. Pick it up! Pick it up! He finally gets her the Death Knight. Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Overclocked's actually still not that scary. He's got 67, 70 food, but it's... Oh, well, the Lich goes down at least. But I would say that the units are still pretty good for DarkMega. Although Carrion Swarm is actually really doing a good job versus those gargoyles. DarkMega just... He's not getting an expansion. He's just losing too much time. And there's given too much time for Carrion Swarm. I guess he's waiting for his own Carrion Swarms, but it's not favouring him. And here comes another one. It's just given too much time. Carrion Swarm does so much damage. But it does have a cooldown, so you need to act quick. This expansion still has 7,000 gold in it, so it's not like it's almost mined out. Doesn't get the kill with the Carrion Swarm. Looking for like any bit of experience now at this point. Overclocked can easily just buy anything he wants from here. Just get the Pendant of Energy, everything. Although Pendant of Energy is kind of pointless on a hero that has very little mana. Finally getting this expansion. Has no choice.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's down to 31 food and 79 gold. Overclocked gargoyle. Looks like it's food for the creeps. I can't imagine a gargoyle tastes very nice. That's a pretty scary army now for Overclocked. I felt like DarkMega did have a chance at that last fight despite being down on the food count, but he just wasted too much time for Overclocked to get too much value from Carrion. When you got to pick off one gargoyle with Carrion Swarm. Oh, the expansion. Who's going to think about the expansion? Still no Orb of Co-option. Nice hero focus, because Overclock can't protect that Dreadlord.
A player's forces are under
He's
attack.
asking for surrender. This is what he's getting for like memeing. It's a very injured army. That Death Knight is asking for trouble. One of the harder things about Undead is just making sure you don't get too aggressive with your Death Knight. Because this will happen. I can see it coming a mile away, but yeah, I try not to be sort of like, you know, gotta understand the situation. Nice duck and dive there. There's a bit more mana for another... Oh, not quite. Now the Lich is down. Potion of mana on the Lich, but it's dead. Well, DarkMega. Oh, Lich took the mana potion. Alright. Yeah, a couple more carrions would have been pretty good versus Overclock's army, but it's healing up quite quickly on the Blight here. Ah. There's another sleep. Dreadlord getting away.
A player's forces are under
Carrion Swarm capped, so it can't necessarily get a killing blow since all the damage is shared. He still actually has the expansion now. Money's coming back. Surprised Overclock didn't just go mass meat wagons at this point. He's still getting abominations. Scroll of Healing is going to basically nullify any value from Carrion Swarm. Fearoth, the Dreadlord, versus Moliok, the Dreadlord. I think Fearoth's a bit more scary. I think DarkMega just ends up getting punished when he's not greedy enough. So if he's to learn anything from this, needs to be a bit more brave in seizing opportunities.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, you can actually see the prioritize. It's like an aura. It still gets battered. Ooh. Fear off is waiting. It's like a campaign level now. Imagine having one orb of corruption. That would have been so nice. Neither player got one as well. One of the most OP items in the game. Which is back with the potion of mana. It's coming in for the killing blow. Death Knight gonna go down. Oh, so much potential. Dreadlord next. Welcome to 1 versus 1. Feel like I played everything better. Level 9 Dreadlord. DarkMega actually gonna sneak out. It's so stupid. Ah, it doesn't even go for the sleep. He's just getting frustrated and wants to finish it off with a carrion. If he could just get in there for one right click, that would have been the finishing blow. He needed to position a little bit more. I know it looks different for you because of webcams mirrored, but needed to go northeast with the Dreadlord there. So that way he would be in time. You move northeast. You don't right click on the Dreadlord because he's... When you right click on an enemy hero, Warcraft 3 kind of does this thing where it almost makes you follow them.
Town is under siege.
I saw the hero kill. 7 hero kills from Overclocked that game. DarkMega just couldn't get in that position. Wasn't even behind that much gold in the grand scheme of things. I mean, 4,600 is a lot, but considering how long Overclock had that bloody expansion for, it felt like he was behind way more. 30-minute Echo Isle game. There you go. Looks like Overclock takes the best of 3 between DarkMega, so Kekfit should be happy with that. The grudge, if it wasn't there beforehand, it's probably there now. GG.